Hi everybody, sorry for the no makeup face. Today we are going to be testing out some of the products you've just seen in the haul before this video. So, no makeup. I've just toned, so I might be a little red, but other than that, not too bad. And look at the shine on my hair. Honestly, I am so blown away with how my hair looks. I know it looks incredibly faded because I'm trying to pull as much colour out of it as I can before I recolour it when lockdown is over, because I don't want to dye my hair to sit in the house. It's just such a waste. But yeah, I've been using that Dream Lengths and I really love it. My hair feels so soft, definitely thicker and stronger. And that micellar water, I cannot, honestly, the shine on this hair is amazing. So highly recommend those products. I probably do, I'm thinking about starting to do little end of the month review type things. Oh, where's my hair? Okay. Sorry, distracted. I want to do end of the month type reviews of some of the products I've used in the month. So I might start keeping a bit of a diary of the things I use and then kind of feed back to you at the end of the month if you're interested in that, and see what worked out for me, what did not, what I'm loving. I love seeing people's recommendations. I think it's all very nice doing a haul and going, oh, this looks so nice, but once you've started to use something for a while, that's when you get a proper sort of opinion. So there we go. I look like a potato. Okay. So the first thing to do is prime. Yes, so everything in this video is things, well, there's a couple of things I have already used, but other than that I'm trying to keep as many new things in here as possible. So the primer that I'm using is this one, which actually came free with the magazine, and that's the Revlon Onyx primer. So I want to try that one out because that looks interesting. Probably just, so there we go, you can see it in there. Oh wow, okay, I thought it would look a little bit sheerer than that. Here goes nothing. Oh, that glides on the skin. That's so nice. That feels lovely. Does have a little bit of tackiness, which is good. That's what we're looking for. Okay. Doesn't really have much of a smell, but I do like how that feels. And I've had this a little while. It came, like I said, free with a magazine. I think Alec picked me up this magazine. I think I'm pretty sure he did. He came home with this and it had this in with it. But yeah, that feels really nice. I liked how that felt. I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make, but we'll see. And then the foundation that I'm using today is this one, which is the Revlon Candid. Mine is in number 120, which I believe is buff. So I'm hoping this is going to be a good colour for me. Sorry, I wasn't very prepared there, was I? So let's get this on. How cute. Okay, I'm not used to using a big mirror like this, but we'll give it a go. Now, one of the main reasons that I use a brush rather than a sponge is I have fibromyalgia and it does affect me a lot in the shoulder area, but I think I have early onset polymyalgia. So it kind of comes down my arms, so it's in my neck, my arms, it can sometimes affect my hands. So for me, a sponge and sitting there tapping it in all over the face, it would just take so long to do. And that would be me holding my arms up for a long time. My arms already feel a little sore from just holding them up. Although I have done yoga today, so, and there were some downward dogs and tables and cows and cats and cobras and planks. So I have used my arms a fair bit already today. But the yoga's definitely making a difference. So I would say if you do have like fibromyalgia, I wouldn't be scared of doing yoga as long as you start with beginner stuff. That's what we've been doing. We've done, out of 16 days, we've done 15. One day I wasn't feeling very well. And I'm still a bit sniffly, so I apologise. I always catch a cold at this time of year. It's horrendous. Occasionally the flu, if I haven't had the jab. Which, since that happened to me, I've made sure I always do get it. So anyway, yeah, so if you've got fibro, don't feel nervous. I think yoga is a really nice way to go. We started with just 10 minutes ones. We did that for about the first 9 to 10 days, and I've started to mix a couple of 15-minute ones in, which is, we did a 15-minute one a day, which was a weight loss, mobility and strength. And it's really good. You start to get into the flow of it. I actually think as I'm walking around, or as I'm sitting, I feel my posture just is a lot better. Before I was kind of like slumping. Now I just feel like I'm sitting better. And my legs feel more toned, and just my muscles in general just feel a lot looser. And sometimes I get up on a morning and feel really stiff and a bit sore, and then I do the yoga and I actually feel a lot better. So I am really loving it at the moment. We're following Sarah Beth Yoga on YouTube, so that's a really good one. I would recommend that one. She does lots of different styles of yoga, and she does like also the beginners, weight loss. She does ones for different things. Like my neck was really hurting last week, my neck and shoulders, so I did a hip and shoulders one. It helped me hugely. She does ones that you can do bedtime, ones, you know, for stretching out your hips or certain areas of the body. It's really targeted ones as well, ones for stress and anxiety and things like that. So yeah, she's really good. We like her so far. But we just quite like the pace of it, and you know, the way she speaks. It's very relaxing. So that is the foundation on. I mean, there's a little redness still coming through here, but I've got a bit of redness at the moment. I always have that I have rosacea around that area. But I think the cover of it it does look quite nice. The colour seems to match quite nicely once you've got that all blended in. Because if we've got to remember is, I know when you first put it on it looks really bright, but that's because I have redness. I think that's really quite nice. I'd say that's medium to full coverage, and you can layer it because I've layered it a bit here. I do think there's a little bit of redness coming through, but I do have quite a bit of redness, so keep that in mind. But I do think that it looks quite nice on the skin, so I'm quite pleased with that. I don't always conceal, but I'm just going to pop my Tarte Shape Tape, do a little bit of that under my eyes, just to brighten. Just because I don't have any new concealers to show you. I've got like, I don't have loads of concealers, but I have ones that I find really work for me, so unless they run out, I don't really try new concealers a lot. This one I do really love though. I really rate the Tarte Shape Tape. I just get mine on QVC, and sometimes they do offers where I can buy two together and they're quite cheap. Yeah. You can't order from Tarte, but it comes from, I'm pretty sure it ships from the US, so it's not most ideal. And I hope you quite like the change in scenery here, just a little bit different. This is actually where I put my makeup on. That's my vanity unit there, and then my drawers are here. Sorry if you can see my chair slightly in the corner there. I couldn't move it any further over, and I'd already set the lights up, but yeah, I think it's quite nice having the makeup in the back for a bit of a change. Right, let's move on to powder. Right, so for powder, I'm using the BH Cosmetics powder brush. Really nice dense brush. You can see I've used this one. Really nice to fit in the hand. I find that that's quite nice to hold for me sometimes if I've got pain in my hand. It's actually quite nice to sit in the palm of your hand. And I'm actually using powder here that I've actually used before. So I'm going to use Fenty Beauty. This is in the shade Butter. I love the smell of this powder. And then I'm just going to apply it with my brush. And then I just stipple that on, press that into the skin. What I love about this powder, besides the wonderful packaging, I mean, the packaging is just really nice, isn't it? What I do love is I love that it gives quite an almost airbrush type of finish. It's just really, really nice. So that it's really nice. It gives a really smooth velvety finish to the skin. It feels like really lightweight, but it just, I don't know, it just gives a really nice diffused finish on the skin. So I really like it. And then you've got the little thing. I mean, I've got powder in there, but you've got the little FB lid, and then that just slots back into there, and then that seals it so that, because I store this on its side, So that's that. Normally I would spray at this point, but I'm going to go in with some powder bronzing and contouring, so I'm not going to do that yet. So the next thing I'm going to use are the other two Fenty powders. So I have coffee and nutmeg. I use coffee to contour and nutmeg to bronze. When I first did this, I was so nervous about doing it. And I usually use another brush which is behind me, but we're going to take a risk and use one of the Spectrum ones. I just get a light dusting. And then I'm going to go over with powder on top of that, but I just like to get that. And that is just the tiniest little bit of powder that was just left in the lid. But I like the colour of this and the shadow it gives. It's not too cool, but it's equally not too warm. And I don't know, a lot of people were saying that loose contours can be quite complicated to use. But I actually, I did it the first time and I was quite nervous of it. And then I was like, actually, I really like that. I just feel like I get a really nice diffused look as long as you work enough at the blending of it. And then I just take the powder brush, pop it over the top to soften it. And then I think that gives me just a really nice sort of natural looking contour. So I'll show you this. I didn't take the lid off there because there was some left in it. That is what coffee looks like, and it looks so warm on camera, but in person, honestly, it's not. It's actually darker, and I think it's a little cooler in person. So that's that one, and then I use nutmeg to bronze. Right, so I've put that much in there, but that's definitely too much. So I have to be very careful there. I'm going to use a domed brush, I think. My temples. You can just see it's just a nice hint of warmth there. I really like this colour, to be fair, for a bronzer. Go. I think that's warmed my face up really nicely, and I just use such a tiny amount of this product, so it's just going to last so long. Lavender is just a really nice sort of brightening shade. And then I can just pop that under the eye. And I don't know if you see straight away, I don't know if you can see the difference on camera, but under here is so much brighter now. It's really nice, and you really only need a tiny amount on the brush. Flatten out the brush like that. Pick up some. And then just that under there. Like that. Yes, under the eyes. Really nice. It's a really nice setting powder for under the eyes. And as I say, you just get so much in here, and that's the lavender one. It's really, really pretty. But butter is my perfect colour. I'd love to see her bring more of these out because they're just amazing. They smell beautiful. They look really gorgeous on the skin, so I'm really happy with them. The next thing, I'm just going to do brows, but I'm going to think new. I'd like to try something new for my brows, but currently I'm using the NYX in taupe, just the pencil. I don't do anything particularly special. I just fill them in because they're not too bad on this part, but as you get out here, they get more sparse. I like the colour of this. It's not too warm. Right, I'm just going to get the trusty Revolution eye primer because it's my absolutely favourite. Okay, so I just always just blend that in with my finger, and then generally what I'll do is just pat it with this once it's dried down a little bit. But before I do that, I'm actually going to put on my glossy box. This is my Hydrating Mist. This just sets all the powder products together. I think what I'll do before that though is I will just pop on the blush that I've got, which is Flower Beauty, and this one is in Sweet Pea. Really pretty. It's a lot pinker than I was expecting in person, but I do love it. And then I'm just going to put that on the apples and then bring it back. But it just gives quite a nice flush. Like somebody the other day said, oh, peach is such a natural blush in comparison to pink, but your cheeks don't go peach when you get flushed. They go pink, so I just think a pink blush is probably just a bit more natural, but to be honest, peach blushes are my favourite. I just really think that they work with my skin tone. So that's that, and I'm going to brush off that bit contour.
Do you know what my favourite blush is?
What's your favourite blush?
Labrador.
Labrador. It's your favourite everything.
Yay.
Right, so I'm going to use the Glossy Box Skincare Hydrating Mist. and this will set everything together. The mist on this, honestly, it is the finest mist on the face of the earth. You won't find a mist as fine as this. I don't care where you search. You can barely see it. Like, it just comes out like just so, so gently. You've got to press quite hard. And the smell. The smell is amazing. I'm about that far down. It smells like plastic doll heads. Cabbage patch. Cabbage patches. If ever when you were younger, 90s Cabbage Patch dolls had this scent to their head. Oh, it's the most magical smell. So that is everything set. Well, smooshed into place. That should just, oh, I went a bit heavy on the blush. I apologise. Yes, I wouldn't normally put that much blush on, but here we are. We'll just put a little bit of this powder over the top that's left on this. And I always do that on the eyes, and ta-da! Okay. Now we're moving on to eyes. We'll do the eyes next. I'm going to use my new mascara and my Revolution liner that you saw in the video. And today we're going to use the Melt Blueprint. Make Me Up Missy used this and I love the colour, so we're going to put that on because I was going to go for a vampy lip and a vampy eye, which I do, and there's no reason why you shouldn't. There are no rules when you come to makeup, it's what you feel comfortable and what you like, so there. But I'm going to put a nude lip on anyway because I really like that colour and I'd like you to see it on. So that's what we're going to do next. I haven't thought about what I'm doing with my eyeballs yet, beyond using this. I haven't even swatched it. But I think I really want to do something a bit different, and I want to put a really dark blue in the crease. And then I think I want to go for a bronze on the lid and put the bright blue on the inner eye. And maybe the dark brown underneath. She says I haven't thought about it, but... Okay, so let's do it. I hope we don't get too much fallout. So the first colour I'm using is the really dark blue. It is the only blue matte shade in here, and that one is called Dim Out. So that's that one there. And then I'm just going to stamp it on. I lightly touched in the pan because I don't know how pigmented they are. Not bad. I didn't get that. I love the melt quality of shadows. I would always stamp this on. I think I'll just do one eye on camera to save you the whole pain of having to watch me do two. See how pigmented that is? That's really nice. That's a beautiful blue. It is a navy blue, but it's a hint brighter. Does that make sense? Not a true dark navy blue. I think what I'll do is I might do like a halo sort of eye, but I like to join it at the top, so yeah. I'll put a bit of dark on the inner side as well. But it's just patience. I've learned that, you know, it takes time. So just keep on stamping it on. And then we can blend out later. I'm being very risky here. I should go for a smaller brush. But we're going to take some risks today. We're just going to pop that there. What would be nice though in this palette is to have, say if it had been all blues, I think a nice lighter blue to blend that edge out might be quite nice, but you know, that's fine. We work with what we've got. And what I'm going to do is, this has still got a bit of lavender on it, so I think I'll just make sure my edges are diffused. I know this is a huge brush to do that with, but yeah, just softens them. And then I'm going to take my switch and just clean that off, because then I can use this the next time. Right, so I'm going to use a kind of a flat sort of brush now. I want to go for this, ooh, it's tough whether to go for this orangey colour or this one, but I think we'll just go for this one. I really want to see what this one looks like on. This one is called Nailed. I've loaded it up on there. Should I dampen it? I don't know. No, we'll just see how it goes. Oh! Hello, pigment. How are we doing today? Clearly quite well. That is very pigmented. Very impressed with that. I mean, if that was applied wet, I think that that would be even better. Oh, I love these colours together. They're really nice, aren't they? Okay, I'll pick up a tiny bit more. And I feel like taking it to the inner eye corner, but I'm not. I'm going to be good. But I'm going to take a little hint of this one, which is called Beaming, which is the gold colour. So I'm just going to turn the brush over on the clean side, and then I just want a little bit of this, and I want to apply this dead in the centre as a bit of a bright light. Ooh, okay, nice. So you can see now you just got that gold. I hope you can see. You kind of got the bronzy around the outsides and then the gold on the centre. Very nice. I know it looks crazy, but it always looks crazy before it gets better. That is just the rule of makeup. Okay, so we're going to go in with the brown, which is Hammered. And I'm just going to run this under the eye. I probably normally would have done the blue, but I really want to play with a couple of colours in here, and I just want to see what they look like. So I'm just going to pop that on there and just carefully stamp that on. You'll notice I don't do the tappy tappy. You're wasting so much eyeshadow that way. I watched somebody and she was putting on eyeshadow and then she was getting it on a brush and then tap 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 really hard. You could see it flying in the air and then just put it on her hand going, but these aren't very pigmented. I was thinking, well, that's because most of it's in the air. You've literally just tapped it all off. I am just patient with shadow and I just get it on the brush and press it on. And I know this looks insane right now, but now we're going to use, I want to use another colour because I've used 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to use this bright blue, I have to, on the inner eye. This one is called Skylight. It's beautiful. I can't wait to get that on my eyeball. And I'm just using this tiny little packer brush and we're just going to pop that on. Oh my goodness, that colour. I want that all over my eye. I like this kind of brush. It's, to be honest, it's currently not my favourite for this job. There's another brush and that's in the haul. I showed it in the haul. It's amazing for the inner eye corner, but you can't buy it by itself, which is a bit of a shame. Though I'm pretty sure that you can probably go on eBay or Amazon and pick up something very similar. But that is really nice. I feel like we just need a bit more of the bronze shade just here. There we go. And then I'm just going to pop into the blue. Really, really impressed. So I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colours out of 8. I really love the quality. I mean, Melt Cosmetics is fantastic quality in my opinion. I've never had a problem with any of their eyeshadow palettes. I love all of them. I know a lot of people didn't like the Millennial Pinks one, but I might use that in a video coming up because I absolutely love Millennial Pinks. I think it's amazing. Anyway, our Revolution Pro Visionary eyeliner. It's got a smudger at one end. I took the cap off so that I could put it in that way and I'd know that this was the liner, because currently my black liners, and then I've just got my couple of Jeffree Star ones, and they're kind of going here, so sometimes it's hard to tell what's what. So that's what I do. So I'm going to use the black liner. I'm just going to use this in the waterline, and actually I might use will I use the Huda? No, I'll use my favourite liquid liner, which is the House Beauty one. It's absolutely amazing. Best liquid liner I own. So let's pop on the pencil. I have to do this. I love a good dramatic waterline. And I think it just finishes things off quite nicely. See that pop of black there against that brown is really nice. I am just going to take this nice little pencil brush and I'm just going to carefully blend that slightly, because I did pack that on and I didn't blend it out. Just to make sure there's nothing like sitting there that can like drop up my face later on. So that's that. And then the House Beauty one, which is amazing. I'm just going to pop that along the upper line. I'm not doing a wing. I'm not very good at wings. So what I always do is I just like that black line along the lash line. Really nice. So that's that. And then I'm gonna try this mascara. I said I wasn't, but I can always buy another one, can't I? And yeah, I still do online stuff, so I still need mascara. This is my reason. So I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna curl my lashes first. I'm trying to do that every time now because mine are so straight you can just barely see them. So, and then what I'm gonna do is, while I'm on it, I'm gonna do this eye and just curl the lashes first. Yeah, the mascara looks nice. I think I'd probably see it better if I do more of a neutral line, then I can get a better idea of what that looks like. So I'll probably do that in a video coming up. But I'm going to go off camera now, guys. I'm going to do the other eye and then come back and we'll do highlighter and lip products. That's the eyes done. I absolutely love them. I think they look really pretty. I love the blues and the bronze and the brown together. I can't wait to, honestly, is this even me? I can't wait to get that brown like all in the eye socket. And maybe do blue on the lid, or even just go for that other like more orangey bronze. But yeah, those shades are so beautiful. Let me swatch the rest of the palette just on my arm so that you can see it. Okay, so that is the shade range there. Hopefully you can see those. I've gone a bit wonky. How did that happen? But you can see they're really beautiful. I can't wait to get this really bright cobalt blue shimmer on my lid. So I definitely will be using that. I think that looks great with the gold as well. And I really like that kind of orangey bronze colour. So yes, ooh, very, very pleased with that. Now I'm going to pop the lipstick on now, and then I'm going to do highlighter. I'm just going to use this larger dome sort of brush from Spectrum, and I'm going to use the Nip and Fab Better Work. This is really nice. These are the shades, which they look all kind of the same, but they're not. That's what they look like on the back. And I think I'm probably, see, I always want to use this one. I've used this one a few times, but I think I want to go on this one. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. And I'm going to dab into the middle shade. It's a bit more of a goldy tone. Just pop that up on the brow bone. Take it down the nose a little bit. And then mix it in with that. Why not? So that's that. I think this is a really nice highlighter. I think that they do look a little bit like sort of samey when you look at them like this, but they're really not. This one's got more of a pink, that's more gold, and that's more peach. But it's not like a really bright brassy yellow gold, so I think that they're really lovely. So that was on sale. Like I said, I don't remember the price of it, but it's definitely worth picking up if it's on sale. And let me let my hair down. Then I'm just going to set with Fix Plus from MAC. Right, I'm just going to fan myself with my hands because I can't reach my fan, it fell on the floor. Ooh. And that is the finished look. I mean, I can see there's bits of red like showing through. I didn't want to go like too heavy and like really layering it up. But there's a little bit of red, so I'd say that that's like sort of a more light to medium coverage foundation. I don't dislike it because I think it looks nice on the skin. That one is the Candid one. So I like it. There's nothing wrong with it. I just think that that might be better on days when my rosacea is not quite so flared up. So that was nice. I obviously love the Fix Plus Watermelon. I don't know if they still sell this, but the smell of it is just gorgeous. I like the primer. I'm not sure that it kind of smoothed my skin loads, but it felt really nice on, and it did feel quite nice and tacky. And I felt like when I put the foundation on, it went on really nice on top of it. So I actually really like this primer. That was really good. The lipstick is nice. It does look more pink in person, which is less my preference, but I will still use this. I still think it's quite a nice product, and it feels comfortable on the lips. There's a slight tackiness, but nothing that you can't live with. The blush even, nice. I went a little bit ham, went a bit over the top. This is what happens when you got like bright lights on and stuff, but the pattern on the front of it is really nice, and yeah, I like it. It feels really silky soft, and it does like have decent payoff. You do get like quite a nice little bit of colour off it, so I do like the blush. This little thing is fantastic. I do have another one, but it's in a larger tin that a subscriber sent to me, and I really love it. I cherish it. I've still got the tin, still there. I've got another one of these, which was one of the original ones. I can't remember the brand, but you could buy it just as the actual sponge part itself. So I did that and I made my own. And then I saw this one, and I think that was, like I said, it was around 10 to 12 pounds on Boots. So I got that because it's really nice to put on the desk surface. It is nice and small and compact, probably be quite nice for travelling with. So that's that. Thought that was lovely. Of course, I love the brushes. Spectrum brushes are great. Love the hydrating mist because I just feel like that kind of melts everything together, plus it's hydrating. So you've just put all this powder on top of your face, and this is hydrating, so I feel like it adds moisture back into your face as well as melting the products together. The mascara was nice, but I don't think it was anything massively special. I don't think I put it on and thought, wow, I'm blown away by that. So I'm on the fence about that one till I try it some more. I did love the Revolution Pro eyeliner. Went on so smooth, no dragging, didn't feel uncomfortable, really dark and intense. So I really love this. I actually got these in a 3 for 2. I took a bit of a risk with that one, but I love it. So I'm really happy with that. The highlighter palette, I think that the glow speaks for itself. It's really nice. I find that this just diffuses nicely in the skin. And thinking of formula, I think that it reminds me very much of, kind of reminds me of the Huda and the Lime Crime, because they melt into the skin and they just look really nice on. So I do really like that. And I think that just leaves me with Blueprint, which obviously, I mean, that is a really nice eye look. I really like it. Not everybody's cup of tea. I like a nice dramatic colourful eye, but I do think that that's come out really nice. They're very pigmented, really easy to blend. The foils are really nice. If you use kind of like something like what I got the other day in my Revolution haul, which is the Pigment Boost fix, that probably will help them become even more intense, but I do think they've got a nice shimmer quality anyway. I love the packaging on this, and yes, beautiful, beautiful colours. And it's nice to be able to mix and match and use the browns and the bronzers with the blues as well. That really intense blue is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. So I'm really, really impressed with that. So that's everything for today's video, guys. Like, everything was just about new. There wasn't much in there that I'd already used. And overall, I'm really happy with my purchases. So that's it. I'm going to love and leave you here. See you in the next video. And thank you very much for watching as always. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.